Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome in. It's me, Lilac. Lilac from the Lilac Broom. In case you were confused about where you were right now, I mean, that happens to me sometimes, but welcome. So today's December 3rd. I woke up this morning and I was like, time to do a card reading. Definitely want to do them like at least on a weekly basis just to get back, get used to um, the rhythm of it. So this is going to be a bit of a deep dive. I already gave my reading a name because it just came to me. It's tough when you're going live because you have to prepare all that stuff like as you're going into your live room. You have to know all the information. Well, that's not really how tarot card readings work all the time. So it helps if you're a reader to do like a bit of channeling ahead of time so you can give some information, such as this is the intention that I'm reading for. I'm still warming up my cards. I promise I won't make a habit of doing things in such a haphazard way, but I am just here chilling with my morning coffee. I think this light next to me is just a tiny bit too intense, so we're going to just bring it down. You know, it's casting a lot of shadows. All right, let's see. That's a little better. Not too bad. Excuse me. All right, let's sip some coffee, get that little phlegm out of the throat. And so, yeah, you can't pause stuff when you go live. So, Lilac here. How's everybody doing? You guys want a card reading? Me too. I want to know what's going on in our lives. And, it is our reading. It's everybody's reading. So, it is hard to be generic and say, him, her, you, your person, and so forth. But we're going to make it as personal as we can by, basically saying this reading is for the people who are trying to find the right path in life and stay on it and do the right and good things that help and benefit everybody, that make the planet elevate spiritually, that want to bring peace and truth and right balance to life and to all people. So basically, I know I'm babbling a little. I'm just waking up, so I don't know if I'm making sense, but rising up of the underdogs, that theme, that idea, that concept is if you've been the guy at the bottom of the wave and just had people just crushing you, crushing your soul, crushing your heart, breaking your heart, destroying your self-confidence, making you feel insecure for no reason. These are not energies that you deserve to be made to sulk in or soak in. How's that? Then this reading is about you. So it's not oh, if you're a cross watcher watching, this might apply to you. No. If there's a cross watcher watching this reading, they're just here to spy on those of us who want a good life, want the truth and honesty and reality to be the best it can be for all people, not just for ourselves. This is an anti-narcissist channel. So there you go. I just cast a spell on you. If you're listening to this, you are not a narcissist. And if you are listening to it and you're a narcissist, this reading is not for you. We're talking about you. All right. So, and you can take the word narcissist and put any language you like in there that that feels like you're talking to the negative that's affecting your personal life. If you're my ex-boyfriend, this reading's not for you. If you're my abusive parent, this reading's not for you. If you're for my child who's walking all over me and this is not how I raised them, but they're treating me like shit regardless, then this is not their reading. It's your reading and it's about them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. I'm glad I'm framing this for you. We don't care about cross watchers here. We don't care about, what sign you are. that you're coming in as. And it's not about that. There is a really, really strong universal shift going towards those who behave this way, those who behave that way. People of the light, people not of the light. Now, mind you, I like things dark. I like to party. I like to wear black. I like to be a bit wild. I think of myself as a witch, but I'm not out here casting some like weird spells and shit like that. That's not what a real witch is. So, you got to come straight understanding what all the terminology is about. Maybe that's something I'll compose a blurb about, and I'll add it to my description. And that will be like something that I use going forward. So speaking of spells, I think we're going to start off with the spell casting oracle deck that I love so much. I spent some time with these cards yesterday, just putting them all upright, looking at them, channeling their energies, thinking about, what kind of messages would come through for these cards. And I've been really drawn to them. So, all right, we got reconciliation. All right. So some people are going to find that this message of reconciliation, this big moon, these two girls holding hands, and like, I don't know, it's kind of a weird image, but justice, reconciliation, and justice. Interesting. So some people are coming together with each other. Like, again, we're going to do that whole underdog story, beauty, Some people who were maybe kept apart, compassion. By the way, I pulled 5 cards yesterday. These are 4 out of the 5. So I'm expecting to pull the last one. Oops. I pulled 2. I pulled talent and career. So we got a little something different for the general audience here today. But I find it interesting that the 4 cards I pulled yesterday while I was working with this deck came up again today, plus talent and career. Good cards. Okay. Talent and career and beauty and compassion, but justice and reconciliation. I just want to talk about that for a minute. I feel like somebody has come back into someone's life, or a group of people are being reconciled to each other. For some of you, this could be like going back into an old work environment that used to be a great match for you. Or maybe just the people that you knew from there, or maybe just reconnecting with older friends, colleagues, even family members. This is not a chance encounter. Okay, so in the month of December, or if already it's occurred for you, Spirit is indicating that there's going to be a reconciliation of parties. Parties meaning, groups of people, family and friends, old comrades, if you will, friends from a long time back even. There's compassion, which tells me that maybe there was a breakdown in these relationships somewhere. Oh my goodness, Kitty, you scared me. My cat literally zoomed up right behind the screen, and like her face was like right over my camera. I was like, what the hell is happening? They have the zoomies. So yeah, there's some compassion involved in this. So there might have been misunderstandings or some wrongdoing in the past. There's beauty showing up, which is a card that really wants to indicate that like you need to see the beauty in yourself, but maybe you're seeing the beauty in this arrival of a person or people from your past who, are coming in just at the right time to bring blessings that are needed. And then career and talent. So I do think that it has something, like these people have something to do with your actual talents, like, for example, I went to school for music. I'm a French horn player, right? So like what this card means to me is like maybe friends from college who knew me back when I was more engaged with my talents. These are the people I'm reconnecting with, for example. So apply that example for your own situation. It's going to get a little noisy because I'm going to rattle around in my runes for a second. So, my new thing is casting runes. Casting runes has become like a new favorite thing of mine. Now, it's really dark in here and I can't quite make out. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have these runes that are obsidian and I just can't like see the imagery because it's dim lighting. Um, all right, so I've got I can see that one and I do see that one. All right, so we're pulling up the runes of trusting and future, trusting the future, and also this rune here, which is runes are fascinating. I don't have them memorized, but I've been working with them a lot. So now I'm like addicted to their messages. Bear with me, guys. I'm looking for this particular art, so I can match it up with its meaning. If I don't find it, I'm just gonna. Oh, it's that one. Wow, it was hard to see it. Female. So the future of a female and trust, future female. For some of you, there might be a female friend coming in, and maybe you don't know if you can trust them. For others of you, you are the female, and so maybe you need to trust that your future will be good. Okay, so let's see what else we can get. I'm liking building up towards the tarot cards versus, leading with them. These are animal spirit cards. These are actually so awesome. Dragonfly spirit, number 22. I'll show you guys. Dragonflies typically are connected with those who've crossed over from our lives. They're on the other side. We can speak with them after they've passed away. They're in death. They're still connected to us. Number 47, pig spirit. I have a friend who may or may not watch this reading, whose mother used to have a pig at home. And when I saw this card, I immediately thought of her because she's all dressed up and ornate and pretty. It says, use your mind wisely, is what that pig spirit card says. Use your mind wisely. All right, and then we also pulled Peacock Spirit, which has a lot of the same colors as the Dragonfly. Peacock says, let it shine. And then I also grabbed the Stag Spirit. Oh, I love this card. It says, take the lead. So transcending illusion through truth. That's the Dragonfly's message. Dragonfly is saying, hey, I'm an important number. I'm a 22. I'm a double number. You might be seeing 222 or 2222 everywhere. This is an indication that companionship is about to lead you into commitment. It's not just casual. It will be actual partnership, which I think is a great message. Some of you might need to know that people that you're working with in terms of a relationship, you might be actually building something quite long lasting. And then you've got the pig spirit, which I think is a reminder to be playful, to smile more, to be joyful. This is the weird message I'm getting from pig spirit. Peacock spirit, let it shine, I think is about really letting your inner exuberance sort of just blossom outward. Like let it be. Don't try to hide it. Like if you're a peacock, how do you hide that you have this like radical amount of feathers that trail behind you everywhere you go? And the stag spirit makes me think of like a youthful energy, that even if you are young, you could be very wise. You could really be helping people no matter what. Now it says number 58. So, it's kind of like Are you young, but you have like an old soul? And that's why you're being told, like, don't let people look down on you because you're young. So I just quoted something from the Bible right there. Some of you will know that, some of you will not. And I have a question. I'm going to just throw it out here now. Like, how is it that so many card readers talk about God and they're like super religious card readers? Like, how are you a tarot reader, but you're talking about God? I'm not accusing or like complaining or anything. I'm just saying I have friends that are religious, and they're like, oh, that's against the Bible. So I can't be around your cards, or you can't read my cards, or whatever. So, like, why are so many card readers out there talking about God? I mean, my religion, my faith is a lot more closely like Wiccan than anything else, I guess. I'm a true pagan. There is not that I don't believe in the universal energy and everything. I do, of course, but I don't call it God. I call it something else. I don't have a father in heaven. I don't think that heaven is a thing. I channel messages from the other side, from the people who've crossed over. I know that this is not their experience that they're having. There's not one glorious landing pad somewhere out there in the sky. I don't understand why people believe that. So I'm just throwing that out there, especially card readers. All right, let's go towards the Kipper. Yeah, I just got like chills right down my right side, especially on my right leg. Whoo, boy. It's like Spirit wants to talk through the Kipper cards. For those of you who aren't familiar with what the Kipper deck is, they're pretty small cards. You can see I can hold them in my hand pretty easily. They're called a fortune-telling deck. So they are a special system of card reading, okay? If you're a serious card reader, you should definitely have a Kipper deck and play around with it, get familiar with it. Ha! A card literally flew out while I was shuffling it. And it's a small deck. It's not hard to hold. Number 8, false person. I immediately got the message that sometime in August, some false person really started to infiltrate, is the word I want to use, infiltrate your peace and cause like some problems. And I think that it happened because you were in an environment where it was low vibing, like bars and places where like low energy people would gather and do things. But it could be any environment. It could be at home with family. It could be at work. It doesn't have to be a physical location. It could just be the people and energies that you've got around you, So let's see what else wants to pop out. This one, these two. Number 3 and number 30, you've got marriage and also adjudication. Now, I'm not entirely sure what adjudication means, which is weird because, not adjudication. I don't know. It looks like a judge is making a decision, right, about a marriage. So for me, this like kind of sounds like divorce. If you're going through a divorce or you're divorced recently, maybe even in August, there's something connected to a false person and this situation. A false person and a divorce. Everybody's so happy on their wedding day. I'm looking at the cards and this is what I'm seeing. Everybody's so happy on their wedding day and they're facing forward and smiling. But on the adjudication day, we're seeing the back of them and we're looking at the judge's face. So like basically, when you get to this point, if a false person came along and created a situation that led to divorce, let's say, what you want to know is that it was this false person's fault. Basically, I don't really know what that means exactly. Main female. So maybe the false person is someone feminine or a female. Another woman, the other woman, maybe. The other woman that came in caused the problem. I mean, I'm not trying to point to a woman as the false person, but that's the cards I'm getting. Expectation. She was expecting something, or she, was a false person. So she threw out some chaos and she stood back and expected some results. Look, she's sitting at the window watching. Like, let's see what will happen if I just do this. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what it looks like to me. I'm going to start calling it like I see it. That way I'm not making up extra stories that nobody needs to hear. But yeah, let's just be real. We're grown-ups here, I would hope. I mean, I did mark my reading as not for children. There's a reason for that, because I really like to swear and I really don't give a fuck if don't bother telling me how many times I dropped the F-bomb during my videos. Don't bother. I don't care. I don't need you to count it for me. Number 18, child. So I feel like there's this child feels like there's innocent parties that are affected. Could be kids. Kids could be affected. And pathway, number 35. It's like starting fresh, starting over with a new path after this event happened. So like what I'm seeing happen was these people who are getting divorced were affected by a false person who was female, who was the type of person to like cast the stone and then hide their hand and then sit back eagerly to watch and see if they did the damage. They're innocent people that get caught up in the situation and get hurt by it. And now people are starting a new path. There's all butterflies on the path and everything. We've got mature man showing up. So I don't know who this man might be, but perhaps we're looking at the male in the situation, like the marriage that got dissolved. What's the mature man's role with this false person, this female false person? Occupation and gift came out. So maybe they worked together and they helped each other with something, or gave each other a gift of something, or maybe the gift was, I want to be with you instead, so I'll end my shitty marriage. Great fortune. Well, whatever games were afoot, here's where we start talking about the title of my reading, 22.55 minutes in, is The Rise of the Underdog. Great fortune. Great fortune is coming. For whom, I ask? Oh, this card wants to come out. For the privileged lady. Interesting. So now we know that there was a man involved with a false person who was female, the breaking up of a marriage. Innocent people were hurt along the way, and they knew each other from work. They helped each other through something. There was a gift. And then on the flip side of it, there's great fortune for a privileged lady. So maybe the woman in this divorce scenario is coming out with wealth, or just, she looks satisfied. Great fortune. The two things really go hand in hand. And courtship. So it looks like new love. A courtship would indicate, courtship really isn't about love, honestly. Courtship is about the activities that lead to finding, courtship's such an old-fashioned word, so let's try to modernize it, right? So there's courtship showing up. There's great fortune, privileged lady, courtship. These are just some of the things that people want, right? The rise of the underdog. The underdog is now getting great fortune. The underdog is going to be a privileged lady. The underdog is going to have courtship. Possibly, and as like the number 4 showed up, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 4th. Then we've got courthouse again. So we had adjudication, and we have courthouse. So courthouse sounds like final decisions being made. Maybe courthouse, maybe courtship, and then courthouse is like go, I can't get the marriage card twice because it's already out. The Kipper deck is just a few cards. So maybe the courtship leads to the courthouse. Like, I've already had the big wedding. It really hurt me. There were false friends around me that led to the downfall of my relationship. This time, let's just go to the courthouse and just make it official. Yeah. Guys, lovers. Do you think these two care who's watching? These lovers, they don't care. They just love each other. So these lovers are going to the courthouse and they're just going to be like, hey, we just want to be us. We don't care about the big show. And for that, we're getting this high honor. Okay. That is enough cards from the Kipper deck, guys. This is a really clear message to me that we are looking at relationship inequality that led to the breakdown of a marriage. There were parties at play that should not have been involving themselves. All right. So I don't care who you are. That is the message that I'm getting from the Kipper. Whoa. Now, this is a double deck of tarot cards. I love my double deck. It does need a little extra shuffling. So we're going to shuffle and talk a bit. I really couldn't tell you which two tarot decks are in here. I know one of them is the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. I love, love, love that deck. I strongly recommend it for anybody who is a newer reader. It's a great deck to practice on and learn from. It's really important to get a strong, comfort level with the basic tarot system. Like, you want to really understand what the tarot cards stand for, especially if you're going to break off into or branch off into like another kind of tarot deck that's imagery isn't traditional, because how are you going to interpret that? I mean, the artwork is going to really cause you difficulty. It might not say the name of the card. It might not have the same Roman numerals. It might be a very different image. Like, you really need to understand what the tarot system is. So, all right, spirit guides, give us clarification about, our spell casting deck telling us about talent and career, telling us about the rekindling of the reconciling of old relationships, the animal spirits that are telling us to be ourselves and be flamboyant and be dramatic if we need to. I think there's been too much time spent being demure, holding it all in, choking it down, swallowing hard, not letting ourselves be ourselves. I think that time needs to come to an end, guys. It's the end of 2023. This is the last month of the year. Okay. I think that it's time that we let our hair down and be our true selves, no matter how old you are. I'm 49 years old. I will be 50 next year. And, I think that turning 50, you should get a big old gold star for being super wise. King of Cups fell out while I was just about close to the end of my shuffling. So we've got this male figure, King of Cups, and emotional, usually a water sign. My confusion with King of Cups, guys, is are they emotional basket cases who don't know how to control themselves, or are they emotional people and they just happen to be mature? We'll find out. If you know any water sign men, feel free to comment and let me know what you think about their nature, because that's what we've got. King of Cups is a male water sign. Oh God, my boyfriend is rubbing off on me. I am literally cutting the deck 1,000 times and I don't know why. I've never done that and I don't understand why he does that. He literally cuts the decks I don't know, a bunch of times. All right, first card out is Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, I'm just going to put this King of Cups up here. Queen of Pentacles challenge is the Seven of Swords. As we've already had the false person out here, now we have a stronger confirmation that a Queen of Pentacles, a female with property, with money, with stature, was fucked over by somebody who was lying, cheating, stealing, or otherwise. Seven of Swords. Somebody fucked her over. That's why she's in reverse. Seven of Swords only has one meaning. Don't try to play. Seven of Swords is not good business. In the past, Eight of Wands in reverse. Lots of incomplete projects, incomplete dreams. Just a lot of thoughts in the air with not a lot of growth. I mean, those little buds on the like the only reason I know that these sticks have any life in them is they got a little tiny branch of leaf on them. Nothing is growing. It's in reverse. It's stunted. Listen, Queen of Pentacles, whoever you are dealing with a fuckface who did not know how to grow shit. Like, I don't care if they can make plants and grass grow. That does not count. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, if this was upside down, guys, I can't make this shit up. Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. This person doesn't know how to make shit grow. It led to you having a lack of luck, fortune, growth, and prosperity, leading you to becoming the Queen of Cups. Okay? So now all you've got is your good intentions, your heart, your soul, your energy. That's where you're at. Okay? That's where you're at. Let's get the rest of the cards out here. Doing a Celtic cross deck, by the way. All right. So this situation had to happen, guys. I'm sorry. You had to be hurt. We had, what runes did we pull? We had female, trust, and future. So women, my queens, you have to understand that my runes are indicating this is about your future. You have to trust the process that brought you to the place that is opening the doors for your future. People are coming in from the past now. Not the shitty past people, but some interesting players. And I don't mean players like playa. I mean role models, friends, caring individuals are coming back into your life right now because they have something to offer you, or possibly just to encourage you on your path, assure you, reassure you, support you. I'm not seeing anybody riding in on that's a lie. I do see someone riding in on a horse, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm just saying, people aren't coming to save you. You are a big girl. You did your penance. You dealt with your heartbreaks. You dealt with putting up with people making promises they could not keep and damaging your little family unit along the way. And now you're free from that. Okay, you're free. Adjudication, the courthouse, the judge makes the decision. Now you're free. Now what are you building? Where are you going from here? Well, I'm going to tell you, you've been the underdog. Now you're on the rise. That's what the concept of this reading is today. The Two of Wands in your innermost thoughts and feelings shows me that you are doing the manifestation work to be in alignment with another person. This is not the traditional meaning of this card. I'm going off of the actual image on this card. But in going along with the traditional meaning of the Two of Wands, it's pretty similar that you're looking out over the horizon, watching for your ships to come in. What did I build? Is it coming toward me? That's all manifestation. But in this case, I think it has to do with another person. I didn't even look at the next card, which is the external. What the fuck? This happened to me the other day. I got these two cards side by side the other day. Actually, they appeared like this. And it was like, as above, so below. As below, so above. What I manifest and think about, I bring about. So what you're bringing about is this love relationship, this camaraderie, this, partnering with someone who understands you and is a good, equal, balanced partner for you. In your hopes and fears, Page of Pentacles in reverse, you're quite honestly just afraid you're going to lose everything. You're afraid you're going to lose control. You're afraid you're going to lose yourself. You're afraid you're going to get lost in something, probably because you were before. You were fooled before. I want to know what you were fooled by. Someone took this High Priestess came up in reverse when I asked the question of who fucked over the people I'm reading for, who cheated them, who lied to them. And I got the High Priestess in reverse. So it didn't directly tell me who, but it told me how. You were screwed over because you did not trust your intuition, because this thief was so good at their jobs or good at their job or so effective at being sneaky that you didn't see it coming. And they put you in a Two of Swords kind of connection, you know, and after staying in this energy for enough time, you finally got sick and tired of it and it ended, you know, because you know what pushed it over the edge was that false person showing up, and she just pushed it over the edge. All right. So the outcome is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is something I just finished saying. There's some people or some person coming in from the past to affect you. You got the Empress, but in reverse. I'm interpreting the Empress in reverse, not as a reversed Empress per se, but as an Empress of a certain age. She's not bearing the same kind of fruit she did in her youth. She's bearing, I mean, the Six of Cups is about the past. Empress is in reverse. You're going backwards. You're regressing backwards into another point in your life. And I'm going to end it with this last card that I pulled, this card of Judgment. Judgment is going to come and give closure to things that did not belong in your life. Now let's look at the future. I saved that on purpose for last because I want to pull more cards on it. But what I got was this Knight of Cups. No, Knight of Swords, sorry. Clearly, it's a sword in the picture. It was in reverse. So like I just said to you guys, oh, there's no, you know, knight on a white horse coming in to save you. Literally, there is a knight on a white horse. Now he's in reverse. You know, I'm feeling strongly like he's in reverse because you're telling him to slow your roll, buddy. I don't need you to come save me. I can figure out how to save myself now. This energy's coming in too fast. It's giving you too much. It's putting you in this Eight of Cups energy. Like, oh my God. Oh, he's just so amazing. And I have so many beautiful pentacles from him. And my hair is just wild and crazy from it. It looks just like me. Six of Wands, but in reverse. So victory in reverse. Yeah. It's a big hold up. That's what it is. Hold up. Six of Pentacles, upright. Lots of sixes. It's a good place to be in life. Magician is reversed. Two of Swords is reversed. And last but not least, and we're going to end there, Six of Cups again. The outcome keeps bringing us to Six of Cups. Nostalgia. Someone from your past coming back in. Someone making a difference. A balancing act is happening with the sixes. 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Gemini, Pisces, Libra. Who else is a twin? Cancer? No. I don't know. If you're into astrology and there's like those twinning signs, like you got Pisces as the 2 fish, or you've got the Libra. That one's strong for me with the scales on each side. Can't think of who the others are. But either way, it's really more of an indicator that balance is being found, struck, held, hold on to it. I'd like to pull more cards, but I pulled all of my decks that I brought to the table. I've already used them. I think that the message is great. I think it's really talking about something that's coming. It's telling me who you are, how it's going to be. Let's see if we can get some information on how to recognize them. Four of Pentacles. You know, this person might be moody themselves, a bit brooding, but they're familiar. So you're talking about someone who's got a bit of a personality and even possibly a dysfunctional personality. 10 of Swords in reverse. This person's also been through it. Four of Wands in reverse. They're probably divorced. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They have definitely made their wealth and fortune and lost it. This usually makes for a person who can understand when you're the underdog who's coming up as well. And the Sun in reverse. Not a very happy childhood. This person did not have a happy childhood. And Nine of Swords. Yeah, they've been really, really hurt themselves. Wow, this person is really broken. Death card in reverse. So, yeah, I mean, this person is going to resonate with you so strongly because they have also been the victim in the situation. So this is, again, they're an underdog. They're an underdog. You're an underdog. Rise of the underdogs. You get it? Thank you for coming to this reading. This is your December reading. It is for all of you in the collective consciousness who have shown up today, not any particular sign. Namaste.